Right, we're sat up here in the boardroom on the Monday before we open. You've probably seen Randy on the site, and there's still a hell of a lot of work to be done. But that's, I guess, the factory way. We're just putting in the bricks to the DJ box behind. We've got a problem because by the time they get so far up, they're actually leaning out so far that it's actually pulling the mortar and the backing board out. Ben's been on site this morning, and we've kind of gone through all the final details, getting the colour pictures all correct, so all the lines get scribed in the right areas. At the end of the colours stop on regular corners, they all kind of set into walls and kind of break through where the normal walls will be.
I've come up today with Patrick from our office on a site visit to check how the work's going. Took like 2 days before it opens. It's an awful lot to do, but that's usually the case. And it's been quite a tricky balance between what was here originally in the first instance, what the horrible layer that was then laid onto it by some other half-wits, and now what Aaron's trying to do with it to give it a new life. Detail here where the timber frame. I have quite a strong and vivid memory of the first day that I came to this building. It was in a terrible, terrible state because we had to take all the floors out and restructure it and take the roof off and put a new roof on. We were able to change the levels of the floors and create a new space in what was the roof space, which became the factory boardroom. And now, of course, we're turning it into a public place, although I know that it has functioned as a nightclub and a venue previously, but I was really disappointed with the scheme when the first conversion was done to Paradise Factory. I was really upset about that and disappointed that they didn't have the courtesy to have a conversation with us about it and show some respect. So I thought, fuck them, I'm not going to come to this building, and I didn't come to this building from the day that factory went under.
When Ben was doing his little touches and doing it up, and I kept saying to Aaron, don't make it like the Hacienda. It's very important that the Hacienda's separate to me. We don't want to get all these features out. So he's like, and then something else would appear that would be very Hacienda. So I say, what are you doing? And he's going, no, that's Ben's. That's Ben Kelly's. And I'm going, no, it looks like the Hacienda. And they said, no, it's what Ben does. So you get a thing, it's a weird distinction. I always think that everything Ben did is the Hacienda's. But obviously what Ben does is Ben's, isn't it?
The work that we've done here really is not a huge amount. We've had to make each floor of the 3 floors function with a bar on each floor, a DJ booth on each floor. We've opened up the lobby to the main ground floor space. So it's kind of subtle moves, and we've dropped set pieces in. We have paid a certain degree of homage to factory and some of the factory projects, but we've tried to do it subtly. We've tried to do it in a fresh, new way and not be nostalgic or looking back into history. We tried to bring it now into this new decade.
To me, the nostalgia about it is good, but it has been hard work, and it's made me, Aaron told me not to get involved. Let me do the building site, I'll look after all the dirty work and all that, and I feel like going to get the kind of black paint and painting that door. Because, it's very difficult to stop yourself, because at the Hacienda, if something needed doing, I used to do it. So it was quite an odd, weird feeling not getting your hands dirty. Well, I suppose I'm too old for that shit.
Anything could have happened to this building, and the fact that Aaron has got so much respect for the history of factory and the Hacienda and everything to do with that he's been very careful with how he's gone about that, and I think that is a fantastic thing.
We've gone through a lot of the final detailing of the scheme. Ben seems really pleased with the way it's all come out. A lot of the detail that's arriving. There's a couple of little errors that we need to get corrected in the next couple of days, but really all the detail in it is looking really fantastic.
Its roots are firmly set and they're deep, and the fact that Hooky's involved I think is good. So it's got everything going for it, and it's great to have been asked to be involved and bring it back to life.
It's not just been 3 pieces.
I'm Steve, I've been doing the electrics on this job, and I'm going to jump over to being the sound engineer and local band booker and venue rep when it opens, which is tomorrow. the next 24 hours are going to be totally crazy. With loads of people here. Mad hectic, but we're finally getting there, so we will be open tomorrow, no matter what.
We went live on the website with the ticket sales on Friday, which was fairly spectacular. We crashed the website 3 times. There's 38,000 people all registered at the same time to try and buy tickets for Hooky's gig, which sold out in just under 6 minutes. The White Lies gig sold out in the 9 minutes. Yeah, we should have handed over originally today, and that's kind of slipped again, as these things often do. The irony of that, factory first opened with no posters for its opening night. We're now opening with no building ready for opening night just yet. That will definitely be opening on Friday. We're locked into that, and we'll definitely make it happen. The paint will probably still be wet, but I believe that's the barometer of any good nightclub. If you're not fixing the toilet roll holders on the walls 10 seconds before you're open, you're probably doomed to fail, so it's probably wise that we fit those toilet roll holders.